because it will cause bad breath. It'll cause bad breath.
Well, it's like that acne medication. It gives you everything has a side effect. All the medications have a side effect. It'll give you dry mouth, but your skin looks great.
Oh, did I tell you? I did tell you this, but we didn't talk about it on camera. I have a client. He's more of a client than a friend, who's a doctor. And we were talking about our episode of medically assisted suicide. And I asked him, like, why is it that all like antidepressants cause suicidal tendencies? And he said to me that it's actually because people are so depressed that they're like too lazy to kill themselves, and then the antidepressant just gives you that little bit of energy that you need to kill yourself.
Oh my God.
So that's what anyway and forgive me for laughing, but it just
no, because I mean that's what we were going to talk about, that everything is a lie.
We're talking about
like that
lies about the okay, here's the lie that we're going to talk about. The doctor always knows best. That's the lie we're going to debunk.
That's
right
one
now.
of the lies that will be debunked right now.
So let's talk about that first.
So you just said it right now. Does the doctor really, because that sounds crazy. So does the doctor actually know what he is fucking talking about? Well, then I want to go back to like, this is how it has to go so deep. So who trained the doctor?
Another doctor.
Who trained that doctor?
A different doctor.
And then go back and back. But you've got to go deeper, because if you know the history of all this, at some point the Rothschilds came in. You know this. You've heard of this. They wiped out all the homeopathic medicines so they could get their the SSI up inhibitors or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They could promote their pharmaceutical products.
Yeah.
You couldn't go into holistic. They would not fund the holistic medicine.
They took all linens out of the
I need linen sheets. Someone send me linen sheets.
Someone said, we should really start getting some linen sheets.
Well, I've been looking for them, but go deeper, because everything's a lie. You think you get linen sheets. It happened to my friend. She ordered them, and guess what? They're not pure linen. So you've got to find the right company that's pure linen. So basically, there are endless lies. So right about the doctor, you can only trust your doctor. Well, let's go back to Salem. 80 or 30, whenever the Salem witch trials were, whenever you'd be burned at the stake, and those weren't witches, those were healers.
Yes.
But you've got to go deep into
My
this.
cousin is a witch, Patricia. My cousin is a white witch, and she's also a Greek Orthodox Christian woman. And those two things don't really go together, according to some people, but they do, because there are miracles and magicals and healing in this witchery, or whatever you call it. But of course, in Salem, what you were about to discuss, they would have been hung up.
And no, I don't know the history of all of it. Don't come at me, you guys.
Tell us.
Bots, don't come at me. But no, this is what I'm talking about. Like, the lies go so deep about like the doctor knows best. Now, we talked about, I think it was an episode or two ago, that we basically have all the information we need
Inside of us. So if you really sit quiet sometimes, like you guys know, you know I'm a radical faster, and it's crazy. A lot of my friends, I'm older than you, Jess, and my friends are a little older than me. I'm at the young end of that spectrum, and they've all been traveling lately, and they've all come back sick. You know, when you get on a plane and you get sick, I get off a plane and I don't get sick. You understand what I'm saying? Like, my immune system's so good. Why? Let me just get in here. Hopefully the camera's looking at me. I fired you, doctor. Why? She told me to have my daughter get the Gardasil shot. You know that thing years ago. God, the HPV thing.
You see? And I swear to God.
Everyone has that. Everyone has HPV already.
But my doctor said it was okay.
Yeah.
You see, like, I'm waking up to more of these things, especially if COVID and the pandemic. Nikki, you're still talking about that? If that didn't jolt people awake to trust your doctor. A couple episodes ago, we had Dr. Fauci on our show telling lies.
The same doctor that the client that I'm referring to, like he openly said to me, because people don't trust us anymore. I said, why do you think?
He knew it?
Yeah, he goes, people don't trust us anymore. They know it. They know it. People don't trust their doctors anymore.
See, I don't go. Now, that being said, I do appreciate a good hospital, because if I'm bleeding from my asshole or I break a bone, I want to see a doctor.
I know that, but it just seems like people are going in and not coming out. So that's another scary thing.
Okay, so we're talking about lies that are fed to us. Your doctor knows everything. So let's challenge it. Have you ever considered maybe you know a little bit more about your body?
Or your children's
The
body.
doctor? Lately in Canada, they're still doing it. Your physical on Zoom. Now make that make sense.
What do you mean?
You can have a physical on Zoom. Like they don't physically touch you. You don't have to come in, or the doctor will diagnose you over a phone.
Doesn't make any sense.
We have the call. You can call somebody in the telehealth. You see, so there's a lot of misnomers around. What's another one? And I love the big one of go to school and get a higher education.
Look, go to school, get good grades, get a job, retire happy.
What happened with your schooling?
I could not go to school. I was not sitting in that. I would astroplane myself out of there. And I couldn't. I was sent from regular school to alternative school, to the strip club, to going to university as a mature student, which is like with a GED, not being able to sit through that. Then I went to makeup school. Then I went to another makeup school.
Oh my God, you're like me, a jack of all trades.
Beauty school dropout.
I've got the radiograph license. I did take computers years ago. I've got a real estate license. I've got a dental assisting license. I have so many licenses, I've never used one.
I know. I don't know. I think I just described ADHD or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's literally just knowing.
I hate that phrase.
You hate ADHD.
88. No, you don't. You just don't learn like little Johnny Boy over there. Johnny Boy learns different than Bruno.
They need people like us.
You don't have ADHD. That's where the doctor doesn't know. Mm-hmm. Or even, did I just hear in this conversation, like the word depression? Depression is self-obsession. Yeah. You're just obsessed with yourself. Mm-hmm. Now, what doctor's there's no money in telling you that. What doctor's going to look at you, Jess, and say, you know what? You've got self-obsession.
You know what you should do, Jessica? Go to God. Like a doctor's not going to say that.
You know what, Jess? Get a senior to volunteer for. Just help somebody.
Go to the or what you told me when I was going through like the worst breakup of my life. But actually, every breakup has been the worst breakup of my life.
Which one was that?
I know, that's what I was getting to. It's like what I meant by that was that it felt like it at the time, but it passed. It passed, and my friend Nikki was like, "You need to go to the Salvation Army." And like she wouldn't hear any of it. She wouldn't hear any of my complaining. You wouldn't. You need to go to the Salvation Army. And by the time I was finished my shift, I was begging them to let me stay for the second shift.
They're like, wait, I'm sorry, I unleashed a monster here.
I was like,
can I come back tomorrow?
On.
I'll be back at 8 a.m. No, it's every Saturday, psycho.
And this is somebody who wouldn't even drive my own mother like a fucking muffin before. So, this is where the change happens. But yeah, a doctor is not going to prescribe you to go volunteer serving meals to the homeless.
Well, let's go deep on what fuels this. And it's all fueled by the thing that looks like God, feels like God, all of it. It's money.
Money is the closest thing that mimics God.
It mimics God. So the money, so it's like, I pulled my son out of school. I want you to watch this podcast, Mr. Angel Gouveia. And I said to him one day, I know what they did. They sent me a letter home and they said, she's not in class. And I was like, he's a he.
Oh, wait, okay? What?
So no wonder if that's why he's not in class, because you keep giving some assigning different genders to him. I pulled him out. My son did not get a high school diploma. And moms out there, I'm proud as fuck, okay? Straight up. My daughter, I insisted that she went to university because I had a baby at 18 and I was like, you need to, the movies you see and you want your kids to have all that life that you never had and you got to go stay in a dorm and you've got to be a sorority sister. Well, that was a mess too. And she never was employed in that field.
Right. Exactly. None of the things that I went to school for either. I never was employed in those fields. And now I have my real estate license and I love the company that I work for and I love my mentor and I love helping my clients and I love wheeling and dealing in these transactions. But everything that I use on a daily basis are the resources from just like my social skills that I picked up from living my life.
Let's go deeper here.
I couldn't have gone to school for any of the things that I use on a daily basis, if that makes sense.
Well, because you have the highest degree out there. Do you know what it is?
Being a stripper.
Well, that too. That's the oldest profession. Remember, if your profession's not in the Bible, kill yourself.
And it is in the Bible.
So you don't need to kill yourself, okay?
Okay.
And no, it's, what was I saying about that? No, my menopause is
You
bad
can do
today.
it. You see, if I'm not allowed to use the word ADHD, then you're not allowed to use menopause.
Oh, I always want to. I can't wait till you're 52, and it just kind of all melts out of your brain, and you're like, I'm a puddle on the floor. Who am I? It's like, oh, you're Jessica. You're Jessica.
That's funny.
I know what I was saying. It always does come back to me after the puddle melts. You have the degree from the School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
You have the PhD, and a lot of you people out there listening, you do too. You have the degree from the School of Hard Knocks.
And you know what? Some of you don't, and you'll never get it. And that's the difference between us and them. That's the thing. And they like, this is where sometimes the split happens, and people want but it's like, you weren't there. You weren't in any of those situations, and you'll never get it because you weren't there.
But are some of those people happy? Like, I know a lot of people who are programmed into their 9-to-5 job. They really love their little routine.
They know nothing else. The alcoholic life is the only life that you know. The 9-to-5 life is the only life that people know. And actually, and that's the thing, like once you've been exposed to certain areas, it's like, in a way, it sometimes spoils it for you because it's like, okay, everything else seems really boring.
Well, that's why in my next life, I always wish to come back either as Sri Lankan Tamil. You guys have a great community, but also, and I'm not coming back in my next life. I've already made a decision not to come back.
I won't be coming back to this planet.
No, I'll be going back to my own planet.
Not this shithole.
But the Amish, they really have it. They have it great. They don't have any outside sources. They just kind of.
They have nothing to compare.
They have nothing to compare. So they're just kind of in their world, and it's a beautiful world. From what I don't live there, but from me looking out and going in.
Do you know what? That's another lie that you just brought up.
What?
Like, just social media. Like the lie of. It's more getting debunked now, but just thinking that like. Your life is shit because of what you see on social media.
Oh my God. You mean the lie where people only post good things and never post when they're in their bathroom on the floor wanting to die listening to 80s rock music?
Listening to Scorpions. Just
oh my God. You are a retired stripper, aren't you?
Yes.
God, I love Scorpions, White Snake, and I'd be like, I need to be what's her name, Catan on the thing, and I need big hair, and then I wake up and go, this is your life. So
yeah, people don't post that. And so that is a lie. Like, and the reason that I brought that up is because you said Amish people. Amish people don't have this problem. They don't have this problem. They don't. And my cousin said to me this morning, the same person who's trying to get pregnant, she goes, Jessica, it's just that every time I look at Instagram, one of my other friends is pregnant. And I said, honey, that's because that's all you're focusing on. If I think of a blue car, that's all I see. It's all about our thought life. But our thought life is infected by social media. Like we have a podcast, I have a job, I have to be on there, and I am, and it's impossible for it not to infect this little crazy brain.
So long story short here about what are some of the truths, Jess?
Okay.
Because we go into, there's so many lies, or there's so many we could decipher.
The truth, let's work backwards. The truth about the social media thing is, and I tell my sponsees this all the time, you have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. Because people will cry to me and they'll be like, oh, I was just so upset because all my coworkers were laughing and I feel upset, and like everyone's having, I think one sponsee used to use the word, this would piss me off, and she would always say, everyone's living their best life, Jessica. And I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? How do you even know? How the hell do you know? And that's the debunk to the social media. Everyone's happy. Like, you have no idea what's going on behind closed doors.
That happened to me the day, because remember, I was a young single mother, and it was me and Haley against the world, and we love Britney Spears. And I'll never forget the day my Brit, and I love you, Brit. I know they killed you, and that's a clone. She was on the front cover of a magazine in a straitjacket with her head shaved. Like, it's actually horrifying what we do to people. And I'll never forget that day. And I cry over a pop star, because that's all of us. Like, she just had it for the world to
I know.
see.
Imagine if the camera was on me.
Oh
when
my God, you would not be here. You would have killed you. I would be at your funeral.
Yeah, I mean, you've
Because
seen
the
me at my
tape would have
worst.
played forever
Right.
and ever, and that never leaves. But Brittany has, like, well, she's dead and they've cloned her, but
Yeah, she's not even alive.
not even alive to see it. Thank God. Thank God she's not alive to see what they've done to her and what they
Right.
did to her image. But again, we don't see that unless you're a pop star, Justin Bieber, losing your mind.
But use your own discernment. Like, really start to understand and like take a moment to just be like, I don't know what's going on the other side of that door enough to compare and contrast. And like just the classic old adage, the grass is not always greener. My single friends have problems. My married friends have problems. People miss their parents so much that their parents have passed away. And then people whose parents are still alive have problems with their parents. Do you know what I'm like? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Do you want a really great fun game to play?
Yeah.
If you're with people, like, so let's say we've got 2 big couches here and we got it like around in a circle. You got 9 people and everyone's going to put their problems in a pile. Okay. Everyone is going to put their problems in the pile. So right now you got you, me, and we've got our producer, wonderful Anthony. We're going to put our problems in the pile. Straight up, I know you two are not picking up my problems because number one, I'm older and I'm weirder and I've got all these things.
Yeah.
Think about it. Go deep.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to pick up what I'm putting down.
No.
And I know I'll just look over at Anthony. He's not either. Okay.
No, but Anthony definitely doesn't want our
I'm
problems.
going to tell you straight the fuck up. I'm not, you guys are not, he's not even barely 30 and I do not want your life. Okay. Even though I do want tight tits, I don't care about that stuff anymore.
Right.
I don't want your guys' shit. And as I look at that pile, everyone play this with your friends, your family at home. As I look at that pile on the floor, man, my pile is beautiful. And I see why that pile's like that. Mm-hmm. And I see how that pile got like that and all the beauty that it took to get me to that pile.
Yes.
And I can see all the beauty in that pile. And I can actually see the light in that pile. You see what I mean? Like, I can see it. I can actually see all these problems I have. Remember, I was on this couch when we started, and we haven't been at this for long. But I had no money. I had my property taxes. I had all these things and living off my credit cards. And I'm not that kind of girl. You know, you and I do come from the school of hard knocks, and I don't sleep at night unless I have $5,000 cash wrapped around my naked body. And so I had no money, living off credit cards. Last 2 years been pretty rough financially. I'm sitting on this couch and I have no debt.
Right.
I have no debt. I'm going on a 3-week holiday next week with the man I love. You see what I'm saying? So there's all those lies and all that shit. It's just all shit. It's just all shit.
Yep. It's all lies.
And what about more truth? Any other truths that you want to just dissect? Because we do want to leave our friends with some beautiful, beautiful things like no one is ever going to love me. Well, how about this? This one might be a great challenge till we meet on our couches with our Anthony again. Because that's a lie. You've said to me, I've seen you with, maybe you guys are listening, you can't see Jessica's beautiful face. She thinks she's a troll. But I've seen her with that, you know that ugly face that people make when they cry?
Yeah.
I've seen you with it.
Yeah.
No one loves me. Jess, come on, debunk that lie for people out there. I'm all alone. Come on, I've seen you. That's what's beautiful about being here a while. I've watched people come in and I get to see you transform.
Yeah, no.
Debunk that lie for people, please.